Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen and this episode of Honey What's for Dinner. I'm Debbie. Today we're going to be making country fried steak, so let's get started. We're going to start by taking some top sirloin minute steaks, and I have this handy dandy little tool that has little like spiny things, nails in it that help to tenderize it. If you don't have one of those or something similar, you can use an old-fashioned meat mallet. Just put that in between two pieces of plastic wrap and pound away. And if you don't have that, use a heavy bottom pan. So let's get started beating on this meat. I'm just gonna This helps to thin out the meat and tenderize it at the same time. You just want to make sure that it's all approximately the same thickness. It'll expand a little bit. All approximately the same thickness. Now I'm just going to wash my hands and wash this tool on the cutting board, and we'll get started on breading it. For our breading, in this bowl I have a cup of buttermilk and 2 eggs, some flour, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, black pepper, and seasoning salt. We're going to add our seasoned salt, the garlic, a good healthy pinch of black pepper, and the cayenne to our flour mixture. Just mix this all together. You don't have to use a bowl for all of this either. You could stick all of this into a Ziploc bag or some leftover garbage bags. Just double those up. Sometimes they have holes. And you can do the shake and bake kind of method. Next, we're just going to pierce our yolks and give this a little zhuzh. Until the egg and the buttermilk is all combined. That looks good. Now I'm going to take one of our steaks, dip it in the buttermilk, now in the flour, make sure it's nice and coated, shake off any excess, back in the buttermilk. Back in the flour. And if you remember, like I never do, try and keep one hand dry, but I usually end up with both of my hands covered in whatever I'm breading. And I'm just going to continue to do that with the rest of them. This is our last one. Just dip it in our buttermilk and egg batter, in the flour, back in the buttermilk, and back in the flour. Now that our steaks are all breaded, I'm just going to clean up this mess so we can get busy on cooking them. To our pan, I'm just going to add a couple of tablespoons of butter. And a little vegetable oil. That will bring up the temperature of the butter so it can get a little hotter because butter will burn. If you're new to my channel, please like and subscribe. And let's get these steaks in the frying pan. You don't want to overcrowd the pan because then you'll just end up with steamed yucky meat. And nobody wants steamed yucky meat. I'm just going to add a smidge more oil to this. And let those fry up until they're nice and golden brown. Now that our steaks are nicely browned out, we'll take those out of the pan. We'll let them rest for a minute while we get ready to make our gravy. For our gravy, you're going to need some all-purpose flour, a couple of cups of milk, salt, and pepper, and a little extra butter. So to the pan, we're going to add a little extra butter, a couple of tablespoons, I don't know what to do with the whisk. We're going to sprinkle on a couple of tablespoons of flour. 3 or 4, about 3 should do it. We'll whisk this together to build a roux. You're going to want to cook off the flour for a minute to get the rawness out of it. And now we're going to add our milk. I'm going to stop there. I have extra if I need some more. You're just going to want to whisk this together until it gets nice and thick. As it's thickening, we're going to add a pinch of salt and a good healthy pinch of black pepper. Just whisk this in, making sure you get all that nice font off the bottom of your pan. Starting to thicken up nicely. I think I'll add a little bit more milk. Give it a taste for seasoning. We're almost there. Needs a little bit more salt. Now that that's nicely thickened up, let's plate this. Got our steaks plated up here, and I'm just going to take some of this country gravy and spoon some of that over the top. Honey, this is what's for dinner. When you try this recipe, I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below or on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can also contact me there if you need help making something or you have an idea for a new video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on Honey, What's for Dinner. This is so tender you don't even need a knife. Steaks are nice and tender. Gravy's rich and creamy. The coating is nice and crispy. This is the ticket. You can serve this with some scrambled eggs or mashed potatoes, and you've got a great meal. I'll see you next time.